Hey, Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and we got the weekend coming up, so that means we got the weekend edition of our free picks and line moves. Of course, we have some baseball relating to today. We have NFL exhibition football for tomorrow, along with the start of the college football season, of which we have 2 line moves to talk about out of the 4 games being played. So a pretty robust schedule of events that we have to talk about. Hey, and speaking of good things too, 5-2 the other day on our free picks here, taking our record to, I think it's 220 and 178 sounds right. And so we've been kind of rolling along a little bit. We had a tough spell a couple of weeks ago, but we've certainly gotten past that and got back on track. And also, I'm 7-3, I think now in the NFL preseason at sports capping, number 5 there. So doing very well. So that's why I would suggest, or at least put out on the table for you, become a Vegas Pro Insiders Daily member. Okay, what you're going to get, $39.99. You're going to get all my plays. You're going to get Wise Guy plays. You're going to get super systems. My dirty dogs I've been talking about for baseball continues to do well. Along with now with football coming, I'll have a whole new group of systems, plus power ratings, putting out the first group of those to the members today, in fact, for tomorrow's game. So lots of good stuff, okay? $39.99 a month, that's all it's going to cost you. So hey, come on, join up, sign up. You know how to do this. It's not hard. Go to VegasProInsiderDaily.com. Get it done. All right, let's move ahead to some baseball action tonight. We have Pittsburgh's playing Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh's on the road. Now, they started off as plus 105 underdogs and got shifted all the way to minus 125 favorites. Now, you know, Pittsburgh's done, or at least they seem to be, as far as any playoff talk. They've lost 9 of their last 12. Played some good teams, but they still have lost them nonetheless. So, you know, they're kind of hanging around. And in this one, you know, Ivan Nova's going for the Bucks, and he has the Bucks and Nova are 4-12 when they're, 4-10 when they're on the road this year. Not very good. That's definitely a concern to me. And they have played the Reds 8 times and lost 10 times, and they've lost 8. Ooh, that's a nasty number 2. Now, I'm no fan of Robert Stevenson for the Reds. ERA of around 6. Hasn't shown anything. I know he's a rookie, but just hasn't shown much. But you know, Nova, he's been horrible on the road. The Bucks playing terrible against Cincinnati. I got to lean with Cincinnati here on this one. Now we have another game where the favorite has flipped, and that is the Colorado at Atlanta game. In this one, the Braves started out at plus 105, and they got moved to minus 120. Colorado, I understand the principle here. Colorado on the road, they won yesterday in Kansas City, but they still lost. They've lost 19 of the last 26 away from home after winning 24 out of 34 to begin the season. So they've, you know, they're a little more precarious for them to make the playoffs right now, the way they're going anyways, especially playing on the road. But they're going to be facing Julio Teheran, and he has just been awful at home. His record is 1-9 at their new SunTrust ballpark. Going back to last year, when he's been a favorite, he and the Braves are 3-13. I can't root for that. What I can root for, though, is Chad Bettis of the Rockies. Now, this guy, you know what? Give this guy all the credit in the world, man. Came back from testicular cancer. Discovered late last season, I believe it was, or in the off season. He's back. He's pitched well since coming back, and he when he goes up against a team in the National League that scores 4.5 or more runs, he and the Rockies are 10-3. Sharp number. I got Colorado in this one. Next, let's go to Saturday. We got some exhibition football for you with the Indianapolis Colts against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in this one, the line has gone from the Steelers being favored minus 4.5 to minus 6. I think early on the line was set on, there was thought that maybe Andrew Luck was going to play. There is no timetable for his return from shoulder surgery. So that means Scott Tolzien and Stephen Moore are going to be under center, taking snaps for the Colts, and that's not a good thing for them. Colts are 0-2 in the preseason, Steelers 2-0. In theory, that makes it, you know, potentially a good play for the Colts. these two quarterbacks, I just can't get excited about this. I mean, the Steelers are not a good NFL preseason team, generally speaking. They don't put a lot of effort into this. They're 2-0 so far. The value is all with the Colts. I just have a slight lean because when the Colts are outgained by 200 or more yards, they're 7-0 in their next game against the spread. So pretty sharp number there. So let's move ahead to some college football. And the first game of the day is going to be Oregon State at Colorado State. Now, Colorado State's got a brand new stadium, and they haven't come up with a clever name yet. It's called Colorado State Stadium. Pretty, wow. Who thought of that one, right? But eventually they'll probably come up with something to get that name, some donation or, whatever corporate name will come into play here. But for now, that's what it's called. It looks cool. Looked up a couple on the website. I have one on different sites, I should say, and I put a picture that I found on my website for this. So it looks pretty good. Now, in this one, the betting interest has been on the total. It's dropped from 62.5 to 60. Both starting quarterbacks return for each of the two teams, but so does eight returning defensemen, even though the defenses last year weren't all that great. So that's, be careful for what you wish. In this case, I think Colorado State is excited. Okay, first game playing a Pac-12 team, big bonus there. They're a good team. There'll be one of the better teams in the Mountain West Conference this year. I think they'll be excited. I think this number's going over. Okay, over the 60. Okay, so that's where we're going to go there. Finally, our last game, we got a side and a total on San Jose State hosting South Florida. Now, South Florida makes the long trip. I think it's over 2,800 miles out to San Jose, and they are the number 19 team in the country to start the year, according to the AP poll. Have a wonderful running game, lots of starters back. This is a top-notch team, and they're favorite to win the AAC. San Jose State has returned back to being a mediocre program after Mike McIntyre took his wares over to the University of Colorado to turn that program around. I think that South Florida, the Bulls, are going to be running up and down the field. I think 300-plus yards. They averaged 286 last year, so I don't think it's a stretch to say they're going to get 300. They got Quentin Flowers, excellent quarterback. I think the number going from 19 to 22, I don't think is a big problem. I think South Florida handles it. The total is more of a problem, though. It started out at 63.5, and it's all the way up to 70. There is zero value in betting the total. I will just have the slightest of leans on that, figuring that San Jose State will get some garbage points in the second half after they're down 20, 25. So I think that's how that's going to play out. So, hey, there you have it. 6 picks for you for this upcoming weekend. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I certainly will have an anniversary coming up with me and the missus, so we're going to have a little fun there on Saturday night, so going to, dial that up, so it should be good. Looking forward to talk to you next week when we really start getting into the nuts and bolts of college football. We'll really start cranking it up because we got a full slate next week. Hey, this is Doug Upstone for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Consider being a member because as of right now, I am out.